Hello all of you wonderful people, I've got some good news.
I'm going on an adventure!
And by adventure I mean a diving weekend, 3 days away up in Tobermory. Just come down to pick up a few things before we can set off. So for those of you who don't know, Tobermory is a harbour village in Ontario, Canada. It's at the end of the Bruce Peninsula and is home to the Bruce Peninsula National Park and the Fathom 5 National Marine Park, which is home to hundreds of beautiful shipwrecks and shore dives, which is what we're heading there for. Okay, so actually, hang on, let's get inside the car first. The equipment that I had to pick up. This is Kush. He's gonna be my dive buddy for this entire weekend. I'd feel sorry for him if I were you. Here we go! Booyah! Oh, stuck in traffic. So Tobermory is a 3.5-hour road trip from Toronto. Once we made it there, our first port of call was the Trails End Lodge, which is going to be our accommodation for the weekend. Okay, so we made it to Tobermory, and first job's first, getting the tent set up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the grand tour. I met is for just the two of us. There we go.
This is massive.
This is huge. You could fit more than 6 people in here.
Easily.
Yeah.
But I think with luggage and stuff, I think 6 people.
Now we've got to unload everything, put it in here, and then we got to go for our first dive. So once we finished unpacking, we made our way back into the village to Diver's Den. Diver's Den is the central hub for all scuba diving in Tobermory. If you want to charter a boat, if you want to rent any gear, if you want to take any courses, this is where you go. Once we collected our rental tanks for the weekend, we headed back to the Trails End Lodge to check the dive conditions. Unfortunately, the weather had taken a bad turn, which was going to call our dive off. But just to be 100% sure, we thought we'd best check with main man Steven.
I'm gonna go with no!
It wasn't exactly the news we wanted to hear. So because of the wind smashing off them rocks, there was no way we were going to get in there safely. So we went down to the tugs to see if we had better conditions there. As you can probably tell by the wind making me completely inaudible here, it was no better down in the tugs. So with the tugs out of action, we decided to make our way to our last resort, which is the Big Tub Lighthouse. And because of the wind direction, the south bank of the Big Tub's lighthouse was fantastic conditions for diving. No sooner had we arrived and set up when we got a lot of spectators. Now you might be thinking, why do you look so apprehensive right now? You've been so excited to go diving the whole day. I think I should explain. This is my 100th dive, and there's an old diver's tradition that on your 100th dive, that part of your dive or all of your dive has to be done completely naked. Which is why I didn't want a lot of spectators and I didn't want to go in cold conditions. After a few minutes, the crowd sort of dispersed a little, and I worked up the courage to get into the water. For the 100th dive, the two things that I really wanted to have was warm water and low visibility, neither of which I got. I wasn't going to shirk away from tradition, but I was definitely glad that that was over. Best part of the dive was getting out and lying on the rocks in the sun, like a seal. minutes after I finished that dive, a whole camera crew showed up. That could have been disastrous. So after a whole day, we only got one dive in. Hopefully tomorrow after a good night's sleep, we'll get some more.